Hey there, friend, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs. Are you tired of waking up with legs that feel like lead? Want to feel strong, steady, and full of energy every single morning? Imagine that. No more muscle weakness, no more painful cramps, and absolutely no more worrying about balance or those nasty falls. Sound good, right? Well, you're in the right place because today we're diving deep into a topic that can literally change how you move and feel, and that's nutrition. Specifically the top 7 vitamins and minerals that can help keep your legs strong and unstoppable. Think about it for a second. From boosting muscle function to protecting bone density and even improving circulation, these essential nutrients can make a huge difference in your everyday life. Whether you love strolling in the park, dancing to your favorite tunes, or simply want to stay independent and confident, this video is definitely for you. But before we jump into all the good stuff, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Go ahead and drop a comment below, and while you're at it, feel free to ask any questions you might have about leg health and nutrition. We're all in this together to build a healthier, stronger future. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the best health tips and insights from Health 365. We've got tons of amazing content coming your way, so stick around. All right, are you ready to get started? Let's do this. First, let's talk about vitamin D. Now, as we age, our bodies go through some inevitable changes. Muscle mass can start to decline, our bones might lose some of their density, and movements that once felt effortless can become a little more difficult. Have you noticed that maybe climbing stairs isn't as easy as it used to be, or standing up from a chair takes a little more effort? Well, one of the most overlooked reasons for this decline, especially when it comes to our legs, is a deficiency in vitamin D. Yeah, you heard that right. It's not just about brittle bones, although that's super important too. This vitamin plays a fundamental role in keeping your legs strong, balanced, and functional. So let's dive deep into why vitamin D is like the superhero nutrient for leg strength, especially as we get a little older, and how making sure you're getting enough of it can really transform your mobility and overall well-being. Think about it. As we age, our skin, which is like our body's natural vitamin D factory, becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight. And to make matters worse, a lot of seniors spend less time outdoors, maybe due to mobility limitations, lifestyle changes, or even concerns about skin damage. What's the result? A widespread deficiency in this essential vitamin that silently erodes muscle strength, leaving your legs feeling weak and unstable. Does that sound familiar? Studies have consistently shown that low levels of vitamin D are directly linked to muscle weakness and an increased risk of falls, especially in the elderly. In fact, get this research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with sufficient vitamin D levels had stronger muscle fibers, better coordination, and improved balance, making them less prone to injuries and fractures. Isn't that amazing? On the other hand, those with a deficiency experienced accelerated muscle loss, making even basic activities like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair feel like a major challenge. Have you ever felt that way? Now, vitamin D isn't just about calcium absorption or bone health, although those are certainly super important. This powerhouse vitamin directly impacts muscle function by enhancing protein synthesis and improving neuromuscular communication. Think of it like this. Vitamin D is like a fuel source for your leg muscles. Without it, they struggle to perform optimally. Research has shown that vitamin D plays a pivotal role in maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are crucial for quick reactions and balance. These fibers are the ones that help prevent falls by allowing your legs to respond rapidly when your balance is compromised. Without adequate vitamin D, these muscle fibers can deteriorate, leading to slower reaction times, weaker muscle contractions, and a higher risk of injury. Have you ever felt a little unsteady on your feet? Additionally, vitamin D has been found to reduce inflammation in muscle tissues, alleviating chronic pain and discomfort that many seniors experience in their legs. Those who suffer from frequent cramps, stiffness, or unexplained leg pain might be surprised to learn that simply optimizing their vitamin D levels can lead to significant relief. Have you ever experienced those kinds of aches and pains? Now, ignoring a vitamin D deficiency doesn't just mean weaker legs. It can open the door to a whole host of serious health problems, the most alarming being osteoporosis and fractures. Without sufficient vitamin D, your body can't properly absorb calcium, which leads to brittle bones that are highly susceptible to breaks. Think about it. A minor stumble could turn into a major fracture, drastically affecting your mobility and independence. And beyond bones and muscles, a vitamin D deficiency has even been linked to increased risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and weakened immunity. So, seniors who neglect their vitamin D intake might not only struggle with weak legs, but also face a higher likelihood of chronic illnesses that can further reduce their quality of life. Isn't that something to think about? So what's the solution? The good news is that ensuring optimal vitamin D levels is actually quite simple and can yield life-changing benefits. Here are the most effective ways to boost your vitamin D and keep your legs strong and steady. First, up sun exposure. Spending just 15 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight, preferably in the morning or late afternoon, can provide a natural boost. Exposing your arms and legs maximizes absorption. But hey, be mindful of sunscreen use because while it's important for protecting your skin, it can also block vitamin D synthesis. So maybe aim for some sun time before you slather on the sunscreen. Next up, vitamin D-rich foods. While food alone might not be enough to meet your daily needs, incorporating fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, and even some mushrooms can definitely contribute to your overall intake. And don't forget about fortified foods like milk and cereals. Check those labels, you might be surprised. And finally, supplements. For many seniors, especially those who spend limited time outdoors, a vitamin D supplement is essential. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU or international units per day for optimal bone and muscle health, although higher doses might be needed for those with severe deficiencies. But hey, always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen. If you're unsure about your vitamin D levels, a simple blood test can provide clarity. Many doctors now routinely check for vitamin D deficiency in older adults, recognizing its critical role in preventing falls and fractures. So have you talked to your doctor about your vitamin D levels lately? It's definitely worth asking about. Now, let's move on to number 2 on our list, calcium. You know, we always hear about calcium for strong bones, and that's absolutely true, but it's especially important for keeping your legs strong too. Unlike younger individuals whose bones are still in a state of active remodeling, seniors experience a gradual loss of bone mass, making them more susceptible to fractures. And when it comes to our legs, this can be particularly dangerous. Think about hip fractures, femur breaks, and stress fractures in the lower limbs. These are among the most serious injuries older adults can face. A minor fall that might have been harmless when you were younger can result in months of recovery or even permanent mobility loss. Isn't that a scary thought? When your bones lack the necessary calcium reserves, they become weaker and more prone to breakage. But hey, calcium's role goes beyond just bone strength. It's also a vital player in muscle contraction. Every movement you make, from taking a step to rising from a chair, relies on a complex interplay between calcium ions and muscle fibers. Calcium acts as a trigger for muscle contraction, ensuring smooth, controlled movement. Without adequate calcium, your muscles might cramp, feel weak, or even fail to generate the force needed to maintain stability. Have you ever experienced those pesky leg cramps? This is why many individuals with calcium deficiency experience frequent leg cramps, sluggish movement, and overall reduced muscle endurance. So how do you ensure your body is getting enough calcium? Well, dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese remain some of the richest sources. But hey, if you're lactose intolerant or just prefer other options, there are plenty of other great sources too. Leafy greens like kale and bok choy, almonds, tofu, sardines, and fortified plant-based milks also provide excellent calcium content. The key is variety. Incorporating multiple sources of calcium into your diet ensures steady absorption and better bone maintenance. Are you getting enough calcium-rich foods in your diet? However, calcium from food alone might not always be sufficient, especially for individuals with dietary restrictions or absorption issues. This is where calcium supplements can play a valuable role, particularly when combined with vitamin D, which, as we talked about earlier, enhances calcium absorption in the body. But hey, more isn't always better. While calcium is essential, excess intake, particularly from supplements, can lead to calcium deposits in arteries, kidney stones, and digestive issues. So, striking the right balance is crucial for older adults. The recommended daily intake is 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium, preferably sourced from a combination of natural foods and supplementation when necessary. Again, it's always a good idea to chat with your doctor about what's right. Now, beyond just intake, another key factor in calcium's effectiveness is movement. Weight-bearing exercises such as walking, resistance training, and even light jogging stimulate bone remodeling and help direct calcium where it's needed most, into the bones and muscles. Without movement, even adequate calcium intake cannot fully strengthen the skeletal system. So, are you getting enough weight-bearing exercise? Neglecting calcium intake doesn't just weaken bones. It robs individuals of the ability to move freely, to engage in activities you love, and to maintain your independence. A life filled with mobility, stability, and confidence begins with strong bones and well-functioning muscles, both of which depend on calcium. So make sure you're getting enough of this important mineral. All right, let's move on to number 3, vitamin B12. Now, while a lot of the conversation around leg strength revolves around calcium and protein, few people realize that vitamin B12 plays a fundamental role in neuromuscular function. What does that mean exactly? Well, it's responsible for keeping your nerves healthy, ensuring that the electrical impulses traveling through your spinal cord and into your legs remain strong and precise. Think of your nerves like electrical wires that send signals to your muscles telling them what to do. Without adequate vitamin B12, those signals can get weak or interrupted. It's no surprise then that one of the most common symptoms of B12 deficiency is a feeling of heavy, tired legs, often accompanied by numbness or tingling. Have you ever experienced that strange tingling sensation in your feet or legs? But here's the problem. Vitamin B12 deficiency is shockingly common among older adults. Unlike other vitamins that can be stored in fat or absorbed through a wide range of foods, B12 absorption is highly dependent on your digestive health. Your body requires adequate stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to extract B12 from food. As we age, stomach acid production tends to decrease, and conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, and even long-term use of antacids can further impair absorption. Isn't that interesting? Add to that the fact that many seniors unknowingly consume diets low in B12-rich foods, and the result is a slow but steady depletion of this essential nutrient. Are you aware of how much B12 you're getting in your diet? The consequences of B12 deficiency extend far beyond just feeling weak. Uncorrected B12 depletion can lead to irreversible nerve damage, affecting balance, coordination, and reflexes. Many seniors who suffer from frequent falls, difficulty walking, or a sense that their legs just don't work like they used to, are actually experiencing the neurological effects of a B12 shortage. The decline is often so gradual that it's dismissed as a normal part of aging when in reality it is entirely preventable. Isn't that encouraging? Fortunately, restoring B12 levels can have a profound impact on mobility and energy levels. Studies have shown that seniors who correct their deficiency experience noticeable improvements in strength endurance and leg function. So, where does this critical vitamin come from? Unlike many other nutrients that can be obtained from plants, vitamin B12 is found almost exclusively in animal products. The best sources include lean meats like beef and lamb, fish, especially salmon and tuna, eggs, dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt, and shellfish, particularly clams and liver, which are among the richest sources. Do you regularly include these foods in your diet? For those who follow plant-based diets or struggle with absorption, B12 fortified foods such as cereals and plant-based milks, or B12 supplements become essential. The good news is vitamin B12 is one of the safest vitamins to supplement, as excess amounts are excreted in your urine. Many older adults benefit from taking higher-dose B12 supplements or receiving periodic injections, especially if they have difficulty absorbing it through food alone. Regular monitoring through blood tests can help ensure optimal levels and prevent the gradual decline in leg function that so often accompanies deficiency. Have you ever had your B12 levels checked? But here's the real takeaway. Strong legs are about more than just physical strength. They're also about nervous system efficiency, reaction time, and coordination. No matter how much you exercise, if your nerves aren't firing correctly, your legs won't respond the way they should. That's why maintaining adequate B12 levels is one of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies for preserving mobility and quality of life as you age. So don't forget about this important vitamin. Now, let's talk about number 4, magnesium. Every time you take a step, magnesium plays a behind-the-scenes role, ensuring that your muscles receive the signals they need to contract and relax smoothly. Think of magnesium as the master regulator of muscle function. It helps prevent spasms, reduce fatigue, and support endurance. Sounds important, right? One of the most common yet least recognized symptoms of magnesium deficiency is restless leg syndrome and frequent nighttime leg cramps. Many seniors experience sudden, painful muscle contractions in their legs, particularly at night, disrupting sleep and making it difficult to recover from daily activities. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a Charlie horse? This isn't just a discomfort, it's a sign that your body is struggling to regulate muscle relaxation properly. Magnesium helps calm overactive nerve signals and keeps muscles from seizing up unexpectedly, making it essential for those who struggle with muscle tension and involuntary contractions. Do your legs ever feel tight or crampy? But magnesium's role doesn't stop at muscles. It is also vital for bone density and joint health. While calcium often takes the spotlight for bone health, it cannot do its job effectively without magnesium. This mineral helps regulate calcium transport and ensures that it is properly incorporated into bones rather than being deposited in soft tissues where it could contribute to stiffness and joint pain. Studies have found that higher magnesium intake is linked to greater bone strength and reduced risk of fractures in aging adults, making it an essential component of overall mobility. Isn't that a great reason to make sure you're getting enough magnesium? Now, one of the biggest reasons magnesium deficiency is so common is because it is easily depleted by stress medications and poor dietary habits. Many older adults take medications that lower magnesium levels, including diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and certain blood pressure drugs. Are you currently taking any of these medications? Coupled with diets low in magnesium-rich foods, the result is widespread deficiency that quietly chips away at strength, endurance, and flexibility. This is why many seniors experience a gradual loss of stamina, walking shorter distances, climbing stairs more slowly, and feeling fatigued after simple activities. It's not just age, it's often a lack of the right nutrients to fuel performance. Have you noticed a decline in your stamina lately? Replenishing magnesium levels can have an almost immediate effect on leg health, reducing cramps, improving energy, and restoring a sense of ease in movement. The best dietary sources of magnesium include leafy greens like spinach and kale, nuts like almonds and cashew seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, whole grains, and legumes like black beans and lentils. Foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados are particularly rich in magnesium, offering a natural way to maintain muscle and bone health. Do you regularly eat these kinds of foods? However, for those who struggle to get enough through diet alone, magnesium supplements can be an effective solution, especially magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, which are more easily absorbed by the body. But again, it's always wise to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement. The transformation that occurs when magnesium levels are restored is remarkable. Seniors who once felt heavy and sluggish find that their legs respond with renewed energy. Those who suffered from frequent muscle cramps or stiffness notice relief, allowing them to sleep better and move more freely. Even balance and coordination improve as magnesium helps regulate the neuromuscular connections responsible for steady movement. So, don't underestimate the power of magnesium for strong, healthy legs. Alright, let's move on to number 5, potassium. Imagine waking up in the morning, stepping out of bed, and feeling an immediate cramp in your calf. Sound familiar? Muscle cramps are one of the most common symptoms of low potassium levels. Have you ever experienced that sudden sharp pain? This is because potassium acts as a key regulator of muscle function, helping to balance fluids inside and outside of muscle cells. When potassium levels dip too low, muscles can contract involuntarily, leading to those painful cramps, especially in the legs. And for older adults who may already have reduced circulation or muscle mass, these cramps can be more than just an annoyance. They can be debilitating. Have you found that leg cramps are becoming? But muscle cramps are just the beginning. Have you ever felt your legs trembling after standing for a while? Or maybe you've noticed increased stiffness when walking? Potassium is responsible for transmitting signals between nerves and muscles, ensuring smooth, controlled movements. When potassium levels are low, the communication between your brain and your leg muscles becomes less efficient, leading to shakiness, weakness, or even difficulty lifting your feet properly, something that can significantly increase the risk of falls. And let's face it, for seniors, avoiding falls is crucial. They can lead to serious injuries and a loss of independence. So, making sure your potassium levels are good is really important. Beyond muscles, potassium also plays a surprising role in maintaining strong bones. It helps neutralize acids in the body that can break down bone density over time. Studies suggest that a potassium-rich diet can slow the rate of bone loss, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and keeping your legs structurally strong. So in many ways, potassium isn't just about muscle function. It's about ensuring that both the muscles and the bones in your legs work together in harmony. Are you surprised to hear about potassium's role in bone health? Now the big question, how do you ensure you're getting enough potassium to support your legs? Fortunately, nature has provided us with an abundance of delicious potassium-rich foods. Bananas might be the first thing that comes to mind, and they are a good source, but they're just the beginning. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans like kidney beans and lentils, and oranges are all excellent sources of potassium. Even a simple baked potato with the skin on can provide more potassium than a banana. Are you a fan of these potassium-rich foods? The key is to incorporate a variety of these foods into your daily diet so your muscles and bones receive consistent nourishment. For those who struggle to get enough potassium through food alone, supplements might seem like an easy fix. But hey, it's really important to talk to your doctor before starting potassium supplements, as too much potassium can also be harmful, especially if you have certain health conditions. So, how much potassium do you really need? The recommended daily intake for adults is around 2,600 mg for women and 3,400 mg for men. This amount is typically achievable through a well-balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and legumes. However, individuals with health conditions that affect potassium levels, such as kidney disease or high blood pressure, should monitor their intake carefully and work with a doctor to determine the right amount. So, are you getting enough potassium in your diet, and have you talked to your doctor about your specific needs? Now let's move on to number 6, vitamin K. When people think of vitamins essential for strong bones, calcium and vitamin D often steal the spotlight. But without vitamin K, these nutrients cannot do their job properly. Think of vitamin K as the unsung hero of bone health, especially when it comes to your legs. Vitamin K is the critical link that ensures calcium is deposited in bones where it belongs, rather than accumulating in arteries or soft tissues, where it can lead to stiffness, poor circulation, and even cardiovascular disease. In other words, vitamin K acts as the traffic controller, guiding calcium to the right places and keeping your legs structurally sound and mobile. Isn't that a fascinating role for a vitamin? For older adults, this becomes even more crucial. Studies have shown that individuals with higher vitamin K intake have stronger bones, lower fracture risk, and better overall bone health compared to those with low levels. That's because vitamin K activates osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone matrix, making bones denser and more resistant to breakage. So, making sure you're getting enough vitamin K could be key to preventing those nasty fractures. But vitamin K's role doesn't stop there. It's also an essential nutrient for joint health and muscle function. Many people overlook the fact that healthy legs require not just strong bones, but also flexible joints and well-functioning muscles. Vitamin K has been shown to reduce inflammation in the joints, which can slow the progression of osteoarthritis and alleviate knee stiffness, a common complaint among older adults. If your knees ache when you move or feel stiff after sitting for too long, vitamin K might be the missing nutrient that could help ease discomfort and keep you moving freely. And hey, balance difficulty, walking, and an increased risk of falls are often linked to weakened leg muscles. Emerging research suggests that vitamin K helps support muscle strength and coordination, particularly in aging adults. It does this by regulating calcium levels within muscle cells, ensuring proper contractions and preventing the kind of uncoordinated movements that can lead to instability. Isn't that amazing? So, where can you find this important vitamin? Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts are some of the richest sources of vitamin K1, which is the form most commonly found in plants. Do you enjoy eating your greens? However, another powerful form of the vitamin K2, is found in fermented foods like natto, which is fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, and certain animal products like egg yolks and liver. K2 is particularly beneficial because it stays active in the body longer and plays an even greater role in directing calcium into bones rather than arteries. Are you familiar with vitamin K2-rich foods? If you're looking to boost your vitamin K levels naturally, the best strategy is to increase your intake of green vegetables and fermented foods. Even adding a daily serving of kale to a smoothie or incorporating a side of sautéed spinach into your meal can make a big difference. However, for individuals who have difficulty absorbing vitamin K from food, especially those with digestive disorders or on long-term antibiotics, supplementation may be an option. But caution is key. If you are on blood-thinning medications like warfarin, it's essential to consult a healthcare professional before increasing your vitamin K intake, as it plays a role in blood clotting and can interact with these medications. So, always talk to your doctor if you're considering supplementing with vitamin K. Finally, let's talk about number 7, vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine. Now, vitamin B6 plays a far greater role in leg strength and muscle function than most people realize. While many nutrients contribute to mobility, B6 is essential for maintaining nerve health, supporting muscle repair, and ensuring that your body effectively utilizes protein to build and maintain muscle mass. Without it, even the strongest muscles can weaken over time, and simple movements like standing up from a chair or walking upstairs can feel disproportionately exhausting. Have you ever felt that kind of unexplained fatigue in your legs? One of the most overlooked aspects of vitamin B6 is its connection to nerve signaling and coordination. When B6 levels are low, these signals can become sluggish or misdirected, leading to numbness, tingling sensations, and even unsteady walking patterns. Many older adults mistake these symptoms for aging-related muscle loss, when in reality, their bodies are simply lacking the right nutrients to maintain proper neuromuscular function. Have you ever experienced any numbness or tingling in your legs or feet? Another crucial function of vitamin B6 is its role in preventing inflammation-related muscle fatigue. B6 helps regulate inflammatory responses in the body, reducing muscle discomfort and keeping your legs more flexible and resilient. If you've been experiencing persistent stiffness or slower recovery after activity, increasing your intake of vitamin B6 might be a game changer. Beyond muscle function, vitamin B6 is also vital for red blood cell production. These cells transport oxygen throughout your body, fueling your muscles and ensuring they have the endurance needed for sustained activity. A deficiency in B6 can lead to lower hemoglobin levels, which means your muscles may not receive the oxygen they require, causing early fatigue, heaviness, and reduced stamina. If you've ever felt unusually tired after short walks or light physical exertion, it could be your body's way of signaling a need for more B6. Isn't that interesting? So where does this essential vitamin come from? Thankfully, B6 is abundant in a variety of delicious and accessible foods. Poultry like chicken and turkey, fish such as salmon and tuna, bananas, potatoes, especially sweet potatoes, chickpeas and other legumes, nuts and seeds, and fortified breakfast cereals all contain vitamin B6. Incorporating these foods into your daily meals can naturally replenish your B6 levels, supporting both nerve function and muscle strength. Are you getting enough of these B6-rich foods in your diet? For individuals with digestive issues, poor nutrient absorption, or dietary restrictions, B6 supplementation may be necessary to achieve optimal levels. The recommended daily intake of vitamin B6 varies by age and gender, with older adults typically needing around 1.5 mg per day for women and 1.7 mg per day for men. While it's generally safe to obtain B6 from food, excessive intake through high-dose supplements should be approached with caution, as long-term overuse can lead to nerve damage. The best strategy is to focus on a balanced diet rich in B6 sources, ensuring a steady supply without unnecessary risks. And, as always, talk to your doctor if you're considering supplements. So, there you have it, friend, the top 7 vitamins and minerals that can really make a difference in the strength and health of your legs. Vitamin D, calcium, vitamin B12, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, and vitamin B6. Each of these plays a unique and important role in keeping you mobile, independent, and feeling your best. Now, if you found this video helpful, please remember to hit that like button. It really helps our channel grow and reach more people who could benefit from this information. And hey, drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, questions, or what topic you'd like us to cover next. We love hearing from you. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can never miss out on our latest health tips and insights. We're here to help you stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, friend, and have a wonderful day.